I got scammed on Vinted and I'm pissed off about it.
This is a PSA to anyone buying anything online. For the love of God, please make sure that it is from a UK-based company and not a Chinese-based company.
If Every delivers to your house and you haven't heard about the new Every scan yet, this is how it works.
I've been scammed. Right.
Sir, you're not listening. If you don't verify your identity right now, your social security number will be permanently suspended.
So, I've just been scammed of £200 from Vinted.
Do you know, today was a very good day. It was a very positive day until someone started to try and scam me.
Watch out for this Amazon scam. It's going around the whole world at the minute, and you really do need to be aware of it. It's draining so many people's bank accounts. So what happens is you'll receive a random number calling you, and it may sometimes say Amazon, it may sometimes not. You answer it, and they say, oh, hello, it's Gina from Amazon here. We just want to double check that your basket is correct. There's 3 iPhones, 16 Pros, that are, about to be bought from your account. Is that correct? Obviously, you're going to say no, because who buys 3 iPhones? And then they say, okay, don't worry, we'll sort this out for you. We're going to send you a one-time code to verify that you are who you say you are, and then we can, proceed. But you see, what actually happens is they're already on your account trying to get your password. They then say, forgot password. So when you give them that code, they then use that to reset your password, and then you can't access your Amazon account, and they can just go on a, shopping spree. But the thing is, it's not over on that. If they can get away with that, they then try the second part of the scam, which is, we need to add some extra security for this so it doesn't happen again. You think, okay, that's great. Thank you for helping me. They then want you to download an app which gives them remote access to your phone, which basically means they can do whatever they want with your phone because they have remote access. And then they can, go on your bank, go on your Facebook, go on anything they basically want, because you're basically letting them on your phone. And, a lot of things can happen if you let someone into your phone. So there are really the 2 scams that are going around at the minute. If you found this video helpful, please hit that follow button and the like button. Share it to one of your friends. The more the merrier. And I'll see you next time. Stay safe out there.
So I sold my Nadine Marembe, however you say it, dress that I paid £495 for, that I wore to my engagement party, and I put it on there for 250 quid. The dress had the box with it, the washing instructions, the thank you for your purchase, and the little beads that come with the dress. I wore it, I didn't wash it after, and I put that on there because you have to get it washed at the dry cleaners. And I said that there was a little mark at the bottom and a couple of beads had come off, which is why the beads were in the box. Anyway, girl bought it. She asked me to just...
Right then, welcome back to Blighty Blighted. Now, I've been getting quite a few messages from viewers asking about these online shopping scams that are doing the rounds. At my age, I've seen every trick in the book. But these internet fraudsters, well, they're something else entirely. First off, you've got your fake websites. Looks proper legitimate, doesn't it? Same colors as Amazon or John Lewis, but the web address is all wonky. An extra letter or weird address or some such nonsense. They'll take your money faster than you can say, Bob's your uncle, and you'll never see hide nor hair of what you ordered. Don't get me started on the fake customer service from foreign countries either. We all know these are places in deepest, darkest locations like Delhi or Chittagong in Bangladesh. Yes, sir, indeed. Doesn't fool me anymore. I lost enough in the past to those criminals. And don't get me started on the fake delivery texts. Your parcel is delayed. Click here to reschedule. Absolute codswallop. Royal Mail doesn't text you from some dodgy mobile number, do they?
She was like, I'll send the dress back if I get refunded. So I was like, okay. And I said, but it's impossible. It wasn't damaged in transit. Anyway, there's nowhere for me to contact. And basically what's happened is the issue's been resolved. She gets refunded and she gets to keep the dress. So I'm basically £495 down because I could have sold that dress, or I would have fucking reworn it. I literally would have reworn it for that. So now she has got the dress for free, and I bet you anything, because the dress is in such perfect condition, I sold it as like very good, but all she needs to do is get that dress dry cleaned, and they're on Vinted for about 400 quid. So I bet that girl has not only bought the dress, got her money back, she's going to earn on that dress. And then I've seen so many people say this happens to me all the time, this happens all the time on Vinted, blah, 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 blah. So I'm so angry. It's not really about the money, it's more like the principle of it. And I feel like I was scammed. And it's so aggravating, and Vinted have been no help. There's nowhere to email, the case has been closed, there's nothing you can do. It's so annoying because I've got so many other dresses that I want to sell, and they're expensive high end, but they're not fucking Dior, but they're a couple £100, but now I don't want to sell them, but I bought them. And then I've missed the refund, so I bought some from Meshki that are like £200-300, but I'm not going to resell them now. So now they're just sitting in my wardrobe. So I've got like a bag of like £800 worth of dresses that I'm not going to rewear because I don't have another event that's like my engagement party, and they're just sat there because I've missed the returns on them, like the return period. But I hate when people do these things. Like, I hate scammers. Like, I hate it. Like, she should have at least just sent the dress back.
Did anyone else see that witch investigation that found that TikTok shop cosmetic products, which are branded as like Charlotte Tilbury or The Ordinary or whatever, contained harsh chemicals because they were counterfeit? They were counterfeit products that we're putting on our skin, and some people even got chemical burns. Don't buy off TikTok shop!
They have access to the database of when you make an order with the actual real company every. When your order is about to arrive, they will send you an email. This literally happened to me. They will let you know your order is either late or it's a failed delivery. They will make you click the link. Because you're expecting an order already, you will do this without even thinking. That link is how they scam you and get the details from your phone. Go on the actual every website and track your parcel. And also check the email that it's been sent from to your email. Don't say I didn't warn you.
Right, I need to know if I've been scammed or not, because I wanted to get on this hype along with everybody else for those soft toys. You know, which ones I'm on about? They come in the blue bag. Everybody is on the hype. So I saw one on TikTok shop. It came with this little bag. He looks really cute, like adorably cute. He's got all the official like labels and the tag. But something just screams at me that I've been duped. Have I been scammed? Like, how would I know if it's legit? Like, how would I know? Because I've got no idea. But he's just so cute. Like, he literally came with the bag and everything. Like, that is a lot of effort to go to if I've been duped. Let me know in the comments, because I've got no idea. But I'm still going to be a bit delulu and keep him because he's cute.
Because if that item that you buy is a piece of crap and you're like, this isn't worth my money, I want to send it back, not only do you have to pay postage to China, which is like at least £10, but also, as I have now discovered, some Chinese places purposefully give you like wrong return addresses. So my item is now stuck in customs. It's been in there for like 2 months now, not going to move. So I've now lost, the item I bought was 50 quid, although it was probably worth about £2. So now I've lost 50 quid, and I've also lost the £12 that it cost me to post it. And yeah, I'm absolutely had it. I'm done. So don't make that mistake. Don't do it.
So obviously I've got a new phone. I upgraded, and my old phone, I put it up for sale on Facebook Marketplace. And you can usually spot the scammers out of the bunch. And this woman, she seemed really, really legit. She was like, I really want it for my son for Christmas. I'm not bothered about the girly phone cases that come with it. I was like, okay, that's fine. And then she was like, I'll pay you £220 for it. She said to cover the postage costs if you can post it to me. So I was a little bit hesitant. I was like, look, I'm not really down for posting this. Ideally, I'd like it cash on collection. I said, just because I've had like problems in the past with posting stuff out, like it hasn't reached them, and then yeah, whatever. She was like, no, if you send it special delivery, it will get to me by 1 o'clock tomorrow, and it can be fully insured, tracked, blah blah blah. And I was like, okay. She seemed really genuine, like was proper back and forth with conversation. Next thing, she asked for my bank details, and I was like, absolutely not, you're not having my bank details. And I said, I can give you my PayPal, that's absolutely fine. Gave her my PayPal. She then sent her address and everything. She then wanted pictures of me like packaging it up, which I've done. I've put it in a box, bubble wrapped it all, then put it in 3 different packaging bags, and then obviously this one, address all on the front. Yeah, then she was like, oh, can you go to the post office and I want proof that you've paid to send it, blah blah blah. I was like, no, like, I'm not sending it without the money in my PayPal account. She was like, no, just I want a picture of you actually at the post office. So I did that because she thought I was scamming her. Next fucking breath, she sends me a message saying, oh, you should receive email confirmation that the money's been sent to you via PayPal. So I was like, okay, check my emails. It was not even an official PayPal email. So I called her out on it. I was like, look, one, the money's not even in my account and it's instant usually. I said, and that email that you have sent is not an official PayPal email. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. I was like, no, it's not. I said, I have family who live away that send me money for my children for their birthdays and Christmases as a gift through PayPal. I said, and that PayPal email is completely different to what you have sent me. Anyway, with that, she blocked and removed me. And I'm like, I actually could have been so fucking gullible and sent that, but I didn't. There is no way on earth I'm going to send a 200 quid fucking phone without having the money first. So that's it now. I am not doing any more postal orders or postal deliveries for anybody in the future. I don't care, because it is so easy. Like, if somebody didn't have their wits about them, they probably would have gone ahead with that. And it's scary that there's people out here doing that to people, especially so close to Christmas. Like, I mean, I'm not in no rush to sell it. The money that I get from my phone, I just want to treat myself to a new dryer because my clothes need to fucking dry. It's driving me mad. But, wow. And now I've got people trying to DM me, which are potential scammers now, because they know that I want Sidemen tickets. And they're like, oh, I've got tickets. Well, what did you buy them for in the fucking first place if you weren't actually going to go? No, a lot of you are just fucking faking it, trying to scam people, or you have got tickets and you want to make triple or quadruple the amount. Like, absolutely not. What is wrong with people?
Oh, no, wait, permanently? That sounds serious, but first, remind me, who exactly am I speaking to?
Sir, I already told you. My name is Sarah Williams, Senior Fraud Investigator at the Social Security Administration.
Right. Sarah Williams. That's odd, because hold on, I just pulled up your records and it says here your real name is, well, definitely not Sarah.
What? Sir, that is not possible.
Oh, and it looks like you're not calling from the Social Security Administration. You're actually in Lagos.
No, sir, that is incorrect, sir. I am calling from Washington.
Oh, really? That's funny, because the network you're using is publicly registered to a cyber cafe in Lagos. No VPN? That's unfortunate.
Sir, I don't know what you're talking about.
Don't worry, not Sarah. I'm already inside your system.
When too good to be true deals pop up online, some Brits are finding out the hard way it's not a bargain, it's a trap. Across the UK, shoppers are being conned out of hundreds of pounds by fake websites posing as trusted retailers, and Costco is now in the crosshairs. Victims thought they were buying Bosch rotor tables worth £500 or outdoor sheds over £200, but nothing ever arrived. The twist, these weren't real Costco orders. They were placed on fraudulent lookalike sites designed to mirror the genuine brand down to the logo, colours and product lists. Experts warn criminals are now using AI to create near-perfect fake sites, making them harder than ever to spot. Most victims end up there after clicking fake ads on popular social media platforms. And it's not just Costco. Wilko, Cath Kidston and Joules have all been cloned by scammers. Now the public is furious, demanding stronger action and real consequences for online scammers. Consumer groups are calling on the UK government to crack down, saying tech companies and authorities must work together to shut down these fake sites before more people lose money. The The warning signs: prices that seem unreal, poor spelling or grammar, missing contact details, and UK retailer sites ending tools like who.is can reveal if a site was set up days ago, a red flag for scams. Costco has confirmed on Trustpilot that many of these shoppers were indeed scammed, and experts say the wave of fake sites is only growing. So before you hit buy now, make sure you're not just handing your money to a scammer in disguise.
There is a scam on Vinted which could see you losing out on a lot of money, and I'm going to tell you what to do so it doesn't happen to you. And this is something that has happened to me, so I know what I'm talking about. The way that Vinted is set up doesn't always make it great for sellers, but generally speaking it does make it easy for buyers to get a refund. What some people on Vinted are doing is buying an item from a seller on the platform, then when they receive their order they lodge a complaint with Vinted saying that either their package was empty or they are missing elements of their order. As soon as this happens, Vinted will suspend the money. And it's basically up to the seller to prove that they did ship your item and all the contents of it correctly. Here is how you don't fall foul of this scam. It's very simple, it's easy to do, but it will take you a little bit of extra time. But to be honest, it's worth it, particularly if you're selling a lot of stuff or if you've got high value stuff that you're selling. Double wrap the item. Make sure you take photos of everything that you are packing in the order. If possible, video yourself packing the order. I appreciate this might take a lot of extra time if you are sending out a lot of orders, but if there are particular ones which are pricey, make sure you do it for those. And then if for any reason Vinted queries with you whether you actually sent something, you have proof that you have done what you should have done and sent out what you said you were going to send. Have you been scammed like this on Vinted? I'd love to know. If you have, let me know in the comments. And if you'd like to know more top tips about making money on Vinted, then be sure to follow along because I do videos like this all the time.
Watch out for the yellow box scam on Amazon going around at the minute because people have lost hundreds of thousands of pounds due to this scam. So if you haven't heard about it, it's called the yellow box scam, and this man has lost out on £350 due to this scam. So this man has ordered a £350 Android phone, and essentially how it works, you order your product as normal, but this is how they get you because as you can see, this is the yellow box and people have fell victim to this. This is going around at the minute. People have lost hundreds of thousands of pounds of it. Now, as you can see, it does actually look sealed upon first glance, but when he opens it up, wait until you see what happens because I was in disbelief when I first saw this. So as you can see, upon first glance, it looks relatively normal. It looks like the phone is in there. Everything is all good. But sometimes sellers manage to find a little loophole where they don't actually send the product and they send something else instead of the real product. Wait until you see what is actually inside this yellow box because when I first saw this, I was in disbelief. Now, when you are ordering from Amazon or any of these other sites, make sure you double check the reviews, people, because people have lost so much money due to this. Now, this is the moment where we actually opens it up. As you can see, upon first glance, it looks relatively normal. They've got the leaflet in there, and then when he opens it up, there is no phone to be seen inside the actual package. Now, as you can see, it's just the charger. Now, I want to see what you guys think about this. In my personal opinion, this is definitely pretty wrong. As you can see, that is just a bit of plastic. It's not actually the phone. So when you are ordering from Amazon, always double check the reviews.
And I'm really, really angry and I'm upset. I'm upset because how could I be so goddamn stupid? I've never, ever, ever done that before. And I'm mad at myself. But I'm madder still that it's looking less and less likely that I'll be able to get my money back. And that's really upsetting because it's not a small amount of money. That's £200. And it was for a £5 skirt. That is painful. And I'm a new seller. I only literally signed up yesterday. And my very first purchase, must have been preying on the newbies, was a skirt. I got a message in the app to tell me that they wanted to buy it. And there was a text message in there or a link to a web page where I then had to then set up my account so I could withdraw my funds. And I was like, okay, well, yeah, fine. I haven't done that yet. So how else am I going to get the money? Did it, tried it. I then get informed by a chatbot that NatWest isn't accepted, but all these other banks are, and suggest that I use Revolut to use as a sort of front end. So I set up a Revolut account, and apparently to sort out my ID, my identification, I had to add £200 to the account. So stupidly I did, and in the split second when I did it and then asked them if I could withdraw it after, if it was just a qualification criteria, they said no. To then have seconds later £198 of it taken out of my Revolut account, and I go, like, what the hell has just happened? Vinted person, chatbot person, is still telling me to put another £200 in there because they're not registering it, and my account's now being frozen if I don't put any more money in the next 5 minutes. I'm thinking, I'm sorry, what now? Anyway, so Revolut seemed to be really unhelpful. Vinted hasn't even responded. NatWest are claiming or telling me to file a fraudulent claims report, but I think it's really unlikely I'll be able to get my money back, and I'm just really, really livid. Really livid. So do your research before you start selling on Vinted. Read everything, because my God, even from what I've learned on TikTok, scammers are everywhere. And yeah, as I say, £200, what an idiot.
This is actually a really important video, and I hope that people do want to watch it to the end, because if you do, it will probably save you a few quid, I would think, or at least a lot of stress. So I tend to think that I'm pretty switched on when it comes to online banking and fraud and all of that stuff. And I have to say, I got absolutely slapped silly last week. So we've recently put broadband fibre in, and they say it takes a little while for it to settle, but it's been a while now and I'm not getting the megabytes that I should. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to ring customer services and I'm going to say, look, there must be something wrong, you know, can we sort it out? So rather than going through my Sky app, I googled Sky customer services. Number come up that started with an 0208 number, so I rang it. Answered fairly quickly, which I suppose should have been a red flag, because it goes through, normally you end up on hold for a while, but I spoke to a lady, an Asian lady, and she took me through security, and it all felt and seemed so legit, and my defences were completely down because I'd rung them and they'd answered and they said, this is Sky, how can I help you? And they had all the right spills, you know, the script that they would take you through. And basically I ended up unwinding my entire security on Sky. They ultimately overtook control of my account, changed my password, locked me out, ordered mobile phones, ordered SIM cards. And in the process of that, they very convincingly told me that I needed to buy a new router. And I complained and said, I'm not buying a new router, you should have told me I needed one at the time. So she put me on hold and she come back and she said, you're absolutely right, you know, it's Sky's fault, not yours. We'll give you a router for free, but unfortunately we have to charge you for delivery. It's a one-off payment on your card. So then I end up giving them my card details, which is, in hindsight now, is ridiculous. I mean, is it ridiculous? I mean, when you ring someone and they answer, you assume it's them. So I think my warning to everybody is be really, really vigilant, be really careful. If you are speaking to Sky, go through your My Sky app, double check that it is Sky that answers the phone to you and not someone else, because I got absolutely pants down. Luckily, Sky was on it pretty quickly, and they pretty much cancelled because they set up a credit agreement and everything, so they cancelled the credit agreement, they cancelled the mobile phone, they put my account into lockdown. I've got still access to it from my Sky, but on top of that, because I gave them my card details to pay for postage for a router, I luckily managed to change my online banking details and I froze the card. I got a message yesterday from my bank saying authorised payment, to which obviously I rejected, but I was trying to spend 30 grand on bloody Temu. Now, I don't know who they think I am. I didn't have 30 grand in that account for a start, but it just shows you how quickly your life can get out of control if you're not careful. And I do tend to think that I'm fairly vigilant, and I've had attempted scams in the past and I sniff it out straight away. But on this occasion, because I rang them, my defences were down and I got slapped. So just a warning to you all, whether it's Sky or anyone else, if you are ringing them, make sure, before you give over any of your security details, just make sure that it is them that you're ringing. Double check, do something. The number I rang was an 0208 number, which is out of London. I didn't, but you know, normally with Sky it's 0330. Clearly it wasn't them, but it was a very well trained individual. I think if I ever met her now, I don't know whether I'd strangle her or congratulate her for pulling my pants down. But anyway, just a warning to everybody, it's easy done, and don't let it be you.
Guys, it is so hard running a small business, isn't it? I tried it and I failed. It wasn't for me. But I seriously respect those who stick it out and have had the drive to keep it going when things are quite hard. But being employed, I find it equally as hard to part with my money because I know how hard you have to work to earn it. And when I do part with my money, I expect good quality, good customer service, and I expect at least for the item to arrive. But obviously as a small business owner, you can't help little mistakes like items going missing in the post, and that's very understandable. And if it does go missing, I just expect good customer service and for the issue at hand to be resolved. But it's very upsetting when you work really hard for your money and the item doesn't arrive or you get really bad customer service. Now, like I said, I respect business owners and I would hate to bring another business down on my platform. But I really feel like I have no other choice. This business, I'm not going to say their name because I don't want to be liable for anything, but the name is a yellow fruit that grows on trees and it rhymes, the company name rhymes with Shem and Shuna. I don't know if you can guess what that name is. Anyway, my sister works very hard for her money and she was going to Ibiza for her birthday trip and she spent, I think it was about 100 quid on a dress for her trip. This was over 3 weeks ago now. And the dress didn't arrive. She contacted them. They'd said that it will be sent out. And then they said it had been sent out and then it never came and they began to ghost her. And she has not been able to get in touch with them over the past 3 weeks. Now, this could be a very simple mistake, couldn't it? It could have gone missing and now the business owner is on holiday and she hasn't seen this email. The email went into junk. Fine, that's normal. But my issue with Shem and Shuna is that when my sister put a post on her story saying, has anyone else had this experience? Multiple girls came forward and said that they hadn't received the items that they'd bought off this company. We took to the internet and it seems so many others have had the same problem. Then I went to DM them and I've seen that I've had the same problem in 2018 and I've obviously just forgot. I went to Parklife in one of their skirts and it broke within 2 minutes. And I was basically just wearing my underwear around Parklife. And when I messaged them asking for some guidance, they ignored me so many times. And that skirt was £80. I was a waitress at the time and that was about 3 shifts worth of money. Avoid this company at all costs. They are scammers and they are stealing from innocent girls. Stop them.
This time last year, I got scammed on a Black Friday deal, and I'm going to tell you what happened. So I'm usually really savvy when it comes to money, when it comes to scams, when it comes to fraud. I keep a very vigilant eye on everything. But I had a momentary lapse in judgment. So I was Googling Ninja air fryers because I really wanted a Ninja, I really wanted an air fryer, and I thought Black Friday was the best time for me to do it. It was on my list, I'd already planned to buy it, so I knew that whatever I bought, I was going to save some money. So I googled best Ninja air fryer deals and this one came at the top and it looked like it was the Ninja site itself. It had their logo on it, it had all of their products on it, it had all their pricing. It was Ninja UK or something like that. I genuinely thought it was their site. What I should have done is scrolled further down to see the actual real Ninja air fryer site. So there were a couple of red flags that I should have picked up on but didn't because I was so excited about buying something. The first one was there was a ticking timer. So it was basically saying you've got 10 minutes left to buy this deal or it goes up in price. First red flag. The second red flag was the fact that there wasn't a secure padlock on the URL page. The third mistake that I made was the payment provider was nothing I recognised or had seen before. It wasn't PayPal, it wasn't Stripe, it wasn't like a verified payment link. It was just a box that you put your card details in. Fourth, how many red flags am I on now? Fourth red flag. I got an auto email to say congratulations on your purchase, and the email address that was attached to it was dodgy as hell. It also had a customer complaints number, which was in Norway. And I went, yeah, this doesn't look very good. So I took to TikTok, I talked about it, and people were like, yeah, you dumb sucker, you've been scammed. And I went, oh my God, I can't believe it. I cannot believe I was that stupid. So what did I do to fix it? First of all, I phoned my bank and I asked them for a chargeback. They were more than happy to do it because it was a low amount. It was about 60 quid, I think. And they just gave me the chargeback straight away. So your bank is always the first place that you should go if you think you've been scammed. Next to that, you know, it's very difficult to try and get your money back from scams, but always try your bank first. So just a warning.
Look, the golden rule is this. If you didn't order it, don't click it. If the price seems balmy, it probably is. And always check that little padlock symbol in your browser before you hand over your card details. Keep your wits about you out there, and I will see you on the next video. Cheerio.